Shalom, y'all. It's been 70 days since I recorded the first in this series known as One Day at a Time. All the videos ever since are available on our TI website at timemphis.org/media. My first segment in March was entitled The Road to Resilience, and here we are with June on the horizon. March, April, May, June, still on this COVID journey, grateful for our health and our families while trying to stay grounded without the physical presence and universal need for community we all feel in some measure. It doesn't matter whether you are younger or older, whether you're an introvert or extrovert. As one single millennial member of Temple Israel noted to me, "Rabbi, I haven't hugged another human being since March 7th. How can that not affect how I am feeling?" And she is not alone. In earlier segments, I focused on distinctions between thoughts and emotions through a Jewish lens, the difference between being all one versus being lonely. Today, thanks to an incisive writer named Ingrid Fattel-Lee, I want you to consider finding joy rather than seeking happiness. In her pre-COVID book, Joyful, The Surprising Power of Ordinary Things to Create Extraordinary Happiness, the author notes how, as adults, we sometimes get caught up with the larger pursuit of happiness and success while forgetting about those little moments of joy. From a psychological perspective, happiness is a broader self-evaluation about how we feel about our life. Am I happy? How do I feel about my work? Do I feel meaning and purpose? Happiness is very big and vague. Joy, says Ingrid Lee, is a simpler, more momentary experience of positive emotion. And you can access it anytime, even at a funeral, she says. It's harder to be happy right now, but when we experience even small moments of joy, it resets our cardiovascular response to stress. It helps us cope better and eventually bounce back, which is the resilience we are all going to need in the month and months ahead. In Judaism, joy is a much more common idea. In Hebrew, it's simcha. It's much more common than happiness. The Hebrew word for happiness, most people don't even know, osher. Joy in Judaism is not incidental to living a spiritual life. Joy is vital. Joy itself is holy. But finding joy is a choice. 2,500 years ago, with just a few words, the Jewish priest, scribe, and scholar Ezra, and the then governor of Jerusalem, Nehemiah, who rebuilt the walls of the city, transformed the nature of Judaism itself, standing on a wooden pulpit and telling the entire Jerusalem population to stop weeping over all the suffering our people had experienced. This day is holy, they said, to the eternal your God, but stop being depressed. Stop being sad and crying. Go home, they said, and find things to eat and drink that are sweet and delicious. Do not be sad, they continued. And here's the key phrase. Ki chedvat Adonai hi ma'uzchem. Because joy in the eternal is the source of your strength. My friends, the sadnesses life imposes are not of our choosing. This pandemic is certainly not of our choosing. But cultivating a deeper sense of joy within is a choice. May you find a way to restore moments of joy at the control board in your head in the month ahead. Ki chedvat Adonai hi ma'uzchem. The source of our strength is found not in fear, not in division, and certainly not in anger. The source of our strength is found in the experience and cultivation of joyful moments, which according to Judaism, God really does want each of us to find in some measure in this lifetime. Have a great month ahead and a great week too.